Okay, so here we are back at TM Cobb, and I'm due for a final inspection today. We finally got fire sprinklers on the booth. The fire sprinkler guys did a real nice job. You can see they even zigzagged their pipe going all the way up the side of my ductwork. So they did a real good job with that. And inside, looks like they did a nice, neat job. The panel's up and running, and we've got lights burning in the booth. I just came out today I brought today's toolbox is a sparklets box. I just brought some stuff out to do a couple things out here on this site. I ran out of door seal. I got to finish that door seal there. These things use like a nylon bristle brush to seal the doors. So that's the door seal there. And these are a pneumatic door. I don't know if you remember that or not, but I'm going to, and all it is a little air switch right here. And you can see there our doors are slowly opening. And those are pretty easy to set. I'm going to show you the air cylinder set up top. But there's trim valves on each one to control the operating speed. And those hoses you see hanging down there and there go to this bump strip. I'm going to show you what those do here in a second. Now let's take another look at those cylinders. That is a 5-foot long, 3-inch diameter cylinder with 100 psi going to it. So that cylinder is capable of making 300 pounds of force in rough terms. And with 300 pounds of force, you can do some damage with a door. I'm going to show you the reversing mechanism and how it works. And this is pretty interesting. And now our doors are slowly closing up on each side. What I'm going to stick my arm in here like a crush hazard, and that's just an auto reversing mechanism. And anytime you tap this, it's going to reverse the door in whatever direction it's going. So if they park a cart in the doors, if there's a person standing there not paying attention, it will stop them from doing any damage to anything. All right. So that's how they work around the laser beam thing. They don't use a laser for the threshold. They use an actual bump strip on the doors. And they've got these on all doors. Now I'll get back a little bit so you can see them coming to a close. These are probably a familiar sight for some of you YouTube guys. Some of you may remember me building something along those lines there. But that is the roller track that we were spitting out at the shop. I sell those to this company that makes these spray booths. But booth complete, booth runs. We can actually go over here and start this up. And that's going to indicate exhaust 1 and exhaust 2. There are 2 blowers. There's one right there and there's another one right on the other side of the booth. So it's got one on each side. Demonstrate here is how the interlock works between the doors and the spraying air. I'm just going to bleed off a little bit of air. This is spraying air. If I open the door, goes for the man door. This one's operated by a door limit switch. But the ones on the pneumatic doors are air operated. So the criteria for them having spraying air is booth fans running with proving they've got airflow with airflow switches and all the doors closed. That's the only way they get spraying air. So that's the booth. Nothing fancy, no heater, just a nice booth for them to spray in. Over here we've got, I'm not going to turn the jet air on because it's so noisy, but I'm going to take you inside the oven and show you around. The oven's actually not even running right now. It's just a big hollow mass right now. You can see those jet airs from the previous videos. Those are air accelerators hanging from the ceiling. And what they're going to do is any heat that's in this oven is going to pretty much cling to the ceiling. There's my discharge duct that's blowing air in. And there's the return duct going back to the heater. So all the hot air is going to kind of congregate to the ceiling of this unit. Now these air accelerators are going to get a hold of that air and send it back down to the product level. Their product goes on these carts, so it's down very low. So that's what those jet air nozzles are supposed to do. And there's spare outlets there for them to plug them in, and those hoses can be flexed, and they can aim those things wherever they want. But nothing fancy. This is just a room for heating, and I think we're gonna do this at a pretty low temp. I've got a thermostat set for 138. 80 degrees is the actual. 138 is the actual temperature inside the duct. Now I just fired the unit. It's going to go through a purge time, and when that heater kicks, you will definitely see it. And that thing will just start climbing like crazy. She goes. It's about I think it's like a 60-second purge. But the burner's just now throttling up for the first time, so it'll overshoot on its first go round, and then it'll cycle in and be plus or minus 1 degree from your green set point to your red actual temperature. But this that duct probe on that T-stat right there is it's up inside the duct. This one is down at product elevation. It's actually right here, and inside see the differential between up in the duct and down in the room. even though we are climbing here, there's quite a bit of differential. And what the great equalizer are those jet air nozzles. You press that button to activate the jet air system, and the jet air timer will begin and start running. So you've got a flash timer, which is going to be run at 138. When this timer times out, it switches to cure timer. This will automatically switch to a second set point, so they can flash at maybe 100 and then cure at 130. And then when the cure timer times out, it goes into shutdown. And the jet air is timed independently. That's how those three timers are set up. But she's modulating right now. That's a direct fired burner, so you don't get any lag. But between your call for heat and the time of heat arrival is virtually instant. Three-stage drying system with an air solenoid. That's what runs those air amplifiers inside the jet air system. Gas meter, so they can monitor their daily gas usage on this unit. Fire sprinkler drop. Fire sprinklers on the booth and the oven. They combined them. There's another set of air doors. Same setup as all the others. This one has the push button mounted outside. We don't really want anyone inside an oven when it's running. So the load and unload personnel are out here to offload or unload the oven. So this is where they'd come to open those doors. There's the other blower on the other side of the booth. Those 20 by 50 squares up there, those are free filters for the spray booth. Knock all the big chunks out so the final filters don't take the hit. Spraying air solenoid, that's what turns the spraying air on and off for inside the booth. And back out to the front. So that's pretty much it. I've got my inspector set up for about an hour from now. I got to get that door seal on, touch up a little bit of caulking around here, and that brings this to a close.